Welcome everyone to a new series called Cards and Conversations.
Wait, really?
I don't know. I just came
bad-
up with
that's
it.
a bad-
They're either Pack to the Future.
Oh my God.
I was thinking about the flop. Reveal your cards.
Oh, that's, I guess.
You like the flop?
No.
Okay. I'm here with Steve Dodge, the man, the myth, the legend. We are here at the Maple Hill Pro Shop. Steve, how you doing?
Doing good, Ben. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And thank you very much for inviting me to the very first episode of Cards and Conversations.
Yes. Who else? I mean, we'll get into it a little later, but he is the man behind the first set of Disc Golf Pro Tour cards, the 2016 set, which we actually
That's right.
have a sealed box right here. No, it's not for sale. Just gotta put that out there. So if you didn't know, Steve actually started the Pro Tour we all know and love, and he was the original tour director, which is why we were able to get some of these beautiful cards back in 2016. First, when you started the Pro Tour, obviously there's probably a lot of things you had to manage and just a lot of things you didn't expect.
Yes.
I can imagine.
Yes.
So why in the first year of the Pro Tour did cards make the list of something you wanted to do? Why did it make the cut?
Well, it made the cut because trading cards are important. It's important to have a history of where we've been so that we can understand where we are. And you're 100% right. When I start, and we'll say I started the Pro Tour, but obviously there's literally hundreds of people without whom it wouldn't have happened, and wouldn't have continued to happen. But there was constantly things that I didn't understand that we needed to be prepared for. One of which is that when you load a trailer, you need to put most of the heavy things over the axle.
Okay.
Now, we had a 28-foot trailer, and we had no idea. And we put all the heavy stuff in at the end. And 4 miles down the road, Zoe and I called crying, saying, the trailer is just bouncing. And that's just one little thing. And during all of that, I asked Dustin Giuliano, who is the current graphic designer for the Pro Tour. I hope he has a team with all the graphics they do. It's insane. But the current graphic designer for the Pro Tour, I asked him, Dustin, he also designed the T signs here. That's how I met Dustin. He said, hey, if I redesign all your T signs, would you use them? And I was like, yes, because I had designed very poor T signs and someone else did a better job. And I tasked him with taking photos of all of the players, or actually collecting photos, and then designing out these trading cards. And at the time, I couldn't imagine a more cool design than what he did. And if you look on the back of these, they just have one, well, nobody can see because I'm pointing over here, but they just have one season. It's just 2016 is the only year of stats. And as you go, I hope they have more and more stats and they get to be nice and long like baseball cards were. But just to have a history of where we were is the reason why I wanted to make trading cards.
That's awesome. And it's funny you say stats, because on these Brixton cards, they do have a few years of their stats, everyone on the back of the cards. So that's awesome. How high of a priority was trading cards in the start of the Pro Tour?
When the Pro Tour started, it was very low. As with almost everything I do, someone said to me, hey, you should make trading cards, or someone said, hey, you should put the weight over the axle, or whatever it is. And I take feedback and seem to be able to filter bad feedback out and good feedback in. And someone halfway through the season says, hey, you should make trading cards. And so obviously we couldn't make trading cards before the season because we didn't know who was going to play. And we decided if you made the Tour Championship, you would get a trading card. And so that's who is in this first set, is all the people that made the Tour Championship. And then to get the special cards, you had to buy the packs and open them up, and that's where the special cards were.
Oh, super cool. I did not know, because that was this guy, Taylor Simala or something.
Taylor Simala, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Simala?
I don't know.
Cimala. Yeah. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he was, as a joke, he was like, why did Steve decide to cut it at 50 players? Because I guess he was player 56 and he would have got his own trading card.
Yes. Well, to Taylor, I have a fun story to tell, if I may.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman named Curtis Manahan, and I would guess that Curtis and Taylor are probably the exact same skill level. And Curtis decided that he would, I think, quit his job and play all of the Disc Golf Pro Tour events for the purpose of making the Tour Championship in 2016. That was his singular focus, singular goal. For some reason, he bought into what we were creating before we even made it. And I'm getting I'm honestly getting goosebumps because that means so much to me. And there is a trading card in here that says Curtis Manahan. And he is as good as Taylor was, or he was as good. Like, he and Taylor, I'm going to guess, are comparable.
Yeah.
And but Curtis committed, and he made the cut, and he got in this 2016 trading card pack, and he made the Tour Championship. And I just love that story.
Yeah.
And it's fun that Taylor said, "Rats, I didn't make it. I'm sorry." You know, it's funny because like 5 extra positions, and he would have made it.
So there's your answer.
Yeah.
It was the people that made the Tour Championship.
Correct.
I don't know if he knew that. So let's now that we have some
open that box right now.
This is a part of it.
It's worth more if you don't open it.
That one don't open. We can open these ones. So this is a part of what we wanted to do here with Cards and Conversation. First we had the conversation. Now let's get into the cards. By all means.
So this is Ryan from Brixton, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And he has a partner.
Look how nice that is.
It's legit.
That is so cool. I'm getting goosebumps again. Officially licensed product of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. 240 calories, but there's 2 servings in here, so that's
It's actually 10.
10 servings.
There we go.
This looks so much better than anything we made back in the day. Can I open this?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to open up a pack, see what you get.
All right, so it has a picture of Paul Macbeth. I think that's after his putt
Correct.
on hole 17
Yes.
in Worlds 3 years ago.
Yep.
Is there a trick to opening these?
No, I personally, yeah, there you go. Perfect. Let's see what you get here.
I'm glad they don't put like Tabasco sauce on the outside, because that would have been bad. Oh, right off the bat, I got Eagle McMahon.
With the Brixton Parallel.
What does that mean?
The Parallel is a little different from the base card, so it's a little more rare.
Boom.
Boom.
So that's the,
yeah.
We'll go from the top.
Yeah, we'll go over the top. You were opening from the back. I saw a good card in there, so let's see what happens.
Is there a James Proctor in here from 2024 MVP Open?
There's a James Proctor in there, yes. I don't know about the MVP.
Luke, the man, Sampson.
Yes.
And it has his stats from 2022 and 2023 and his career stats. Oh, that's interesting. So it doesn't have every year. What does that have?
I think they all have the same.
I got the money.
Simon
Lazat.
There we go.
Kevin Jones, 2022, 2023 stats.
So these are all base cards. Second to last card is always the
So what does that
best
91
card.
mean?
That's his number in the set.
So Simon is 131.
Yes.
Luke is 1. So there's a lot of cards.
There's a lot of cards.
Okay, we only had like 70. And what's this one?
So that is a Legacy Series, Paul Macbeth. That's a really good pull. It's
That
one
feels-
out of every 25.
What's that?
One out of every 25 packs.
That's fantastic. Oh,
And we're doing magic on the show.
so this is the legacy of Paul Macbeth. 6 World Championships, 3 US DGC Championships, 17 majors, 139 wins, 5-time PDJ Player of the Year, 2016 DGPT Rookie of the Year, Tour Champion, and we actually have that card right here. That is the Tour Champion
There you
card.
go.
And Ricky Wysocki won points, I believe.
So we can get that. Get that.
We're done touching that one.
Hey, no.
Sorry.
Hey.
And the 2008 Rookie of the Year, it is card number 1.
That is one of the sets. So there's a complete set of the Legacy Series of Paul Macbeth. What was the initial response to the first set of cards? Was it widely accepted, or did they sit on the shelves for a little bit?
Back then we had no money, and this is one of those, you rob Peter to pay Paul, and this was one of those situations where I feel like I put a whole bunch of money on my credit card, and then we sold the tour these trading cards. And it actually worked out because we ended up making about $10,000 profit on the first set of cards.
Very cool.
They did sell out, but it wasn't until after Christmas. So they didn't go like hotcakes, but they did go.
And when did these originally release?
I think we started promoting them, and bear in mind I have a very bad memory, but I think we started promoting them within a couple of weeks after the tour finished, so it would have been late October. And that's not true, because the Green Mountain Championship, when was this? September 15 to 17, so we probably started selling them in early October, and I expect we had them out before Christmas. So pre-sales and then go. Actually, I probably didn't put it on my credit card. I probably did pre-sales.
Yeah.
And then, so everybody else.
And how long did it take to design this whole set for?
So Dustin Giuliano is ridiculous. He typed in all the information on the back. He laid out every single one of these cards. Yeah, the amount of work, not to mention just like designing them and making them look beautiful. He also typed all the information. I think he did it in under 2 weeks, which was ridiculous.
That's impressive.
And there were definitely some players we had to try to hunt, like work hard to get a photo of.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have photos of everybody.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
You going?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get me. So we got an Alexis Kerman base.
Oh.
Andrew Miranda base. Calvin Heimberg base. First, we go to the back. This is normally the second to best card in the back. First three are base. So we got Brixton Parallel, Eric Oakley. And then
Excellent. And then you've got Calvin Heimberg.
we got a Tokyo.
Who's right up here with these guys,
But
I'd
the
say.
second to last card, we got a Tokyo.
What the hell does that mean?
It's one of the sets.
What?
Matteo Tokyo!
Wait, what does that mean when he won in Tokyo?
No, it's a traveling subset. Obviously, Japan has some history, a rich history in disc golf, and so they wanted to pay homage to that.
The Japan Open is one of the majors.
So they wanted to pay homage to that, and every box that comes out or hobby box that comes out is going to be a new traveling series. So think of any other major cities or countries that.
Okay, like Leicester.
Yeah, maybe. Leicester. Yeah.
Wait, why do you laugh?
Leicester is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was the home of kids disc golf.
It's the home of a lot of cool
It
things.
is, yeah. So
this is a good card.
it is a good card.
Matteo.
I would rather have my 2008 Paul Macbeth Series card. I love Matteo. He won here.
Yeah, 100%.
So I want to know why is... Okay, so that's just a series.
Yeah, it's a set.
A set.
So people try to. So
wanna collect
there's
the
like
whole set.
50 players in the Tokyo set. You want to collect the whole set.
I do. All right. So running through Alden Harris.
Yep.
Got another really good, what you would call base set. Albert Tom, my wife's
Bazooka.
favorite player.
That's awesome.
So I have a fun story about Albert Tom. He is the only man who has ever been in my shower besides myself.
That's a great story.
So he came to the house, he and I think Linus came to the house one night and said, we had said, yes, you can shower, but we didn't know how late they were going to show up. And it was after 9, which is half an hour later than we go to bed. And Jess was like, well, we're just going to split them up and they can take each shower rather than wait. And so Albert went to our shower and Linus went to the other shower. And Jess loves the fact that Albert, the unit, showered in our shower.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I love that.
I love Albert. Gavin Phillips. I don't have any great stories about Gavin, but he's our third base card.
And here's the big card.
And then we want to do this one.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, normally you keep gabbing over that one.
Well,
and
I
then-
didn't do that. So we got Ezra Aderhold, number 55, and is that our parallel card?
Yep, Brixton parallel.
So look at me
Yes.
knowing what
You're
what
starting
does
to get it.
Brixton parallel mean?
It says Brixton in the back. Hopefully we'll get a Wonder Bread parallel or
Oh.
Thoroughbred parallel.
So that's why it's a Brixton parallel.
Yes.
So now you know.
And now
And then our
rookie showcase.
rookie showcase, Sepala?
Think so.
Sapala? I've never met Dylan.
Me
I
neither.
don't know Dylan. I would like to meet Dylan because he has a freaking cool trading card. How many series are there?
So there are 24 sets to complete. For example, rookie showcase is a set. There's a bunch
Set.
of
And
rookie.
there's 24 sets.
Yes. Well, there is one of one card, Paul Macbeth Gold Decade of Dominance, that currently has a bounty from Adam Hammis for $2,500, but it has not been pulled yet.
Okay.
And a bounty means if anyone pulls
So
it, he'll pay that
He'll pay
on the spot.
$2,500 for that one card.
So not including that, there's
So
23 sets.
if we took like maybe a yellow highlighter and made this look gold.
So it's funny you say that, there is a gold legacy set.
Oh,
But those gold legacies are only out of 25.
I want to do more.
Well, I gotta ask you questions.
Conversation with cards. The cards are more important.
Do you have any cards stashed away for any reason?
All of these.
There you go.
Yeah.
And do you still
And this.
collect to this day? Or is this what you got?
So I've never collected trading cards. Well, that's not. Well, I mean, my brother and I had football trading cards back in the day, and then we made a little game with them where we used their stats to determine how far they would run and if Jack Lambert would tackle him or whatever it was. So we had trading cards, but we used them like on the floor and played football with them.
Played football, 100%.
But that's the only time I've ever, quote, collected trading cards. I built this set because I feel like trading cards are important, but I have 2016, 17, and 18, and maybe 19. I'm not even sure if I have 19. That was kind of a weird year. So I don't have those. But I do have this card, which is a 2020 card.
Yes.
And there's a guy
there you
right
go.
there.
Show it. You have your own trading card. Super cool.
Fun story about that card.
Tell us.
I think Gage told me, he said, "Hey, Steve, there's a trading card of you." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I maybe vaguely remember them saying, "Hey, can we do this?" And I said, "Sure." Didn't really think anything about it. And then the end of the season, it comes out, and it was on eBay, and it was for $200. And I was like, "Wait, really?" And so I said, "Yes."
Wow.
And I purchased that card
for
for
$200. That is incredible.
Setting the price.
There you go.
So my apologies to anybody else who wants that card, because if it's expensive, it's my fault, because nobody in their right mind would pay that much for that card.
Yeah. Hey, but
Oh, Cadence Burge. She's one of my favorites.
right now she is a popular collectible because she's young and has a lot of potential. So a lot of people are trying to stock up on her to see if
100%. That's
she'll
a
do
good
better
idea.
and her value will go up.
She is going to, and it's fun because you watch these young players and they are so good, but not as consistent. And every once in a while they just pop up, like Evan Smith, boom, all top three.
Yeah, so that's another example. Stock on the Evan Smith
So we
cards
should get
now.
that card.
Hopefully.
Oh, Aiden Scott. I would put him right there in the Cadence Burge category. He's another one of those cards that would just happen away in the pocket and you just leave it there.
Yeah.
And then we're going to...
This is a slow reveal.
Slow reveal. Well, this is a great card. Garrett Gerthy.
Garrett Gerthy base.
2016, back in this day, I think he won the distance competition at the very first Pro Tour event.
Which was here.
At the Vibram Open.
Yes.
Which is one of these cards. This card right here is the Vibram Open card. Because we used to make... I thought it would be fun to have a set of the trading cards for the events as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Just to say, because there was only five events.
And maybe they'll bring it back. There's no location-based trading cards in this.
Well, how does Brixton have 28 sets and doesn't have? Wait, they have Tokyo. Though.
Well, I meant they don't have specific they don't have a specific.
like Maple Hill,
Well, yeah,
like
location.
GMC.
But yes, they have Tokyo of the players.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tokyo of the player. That's a little confusing to me. I need to have a conversation with Ryan about this. All right. And then our big Henna Blomroos, one of my favorite players also.
Yes, Brixton Parallel and
Is part of the Remember the Name series.
Yes.
Tristan Tanner.
there you go. Non-auto.
Is that non-auto?
So that's a set you can complete all the Remember the Names.
Yes.
Or you can also complete all the Remember the Name autographs.
Is there a reason I should remember the name Tristan Tanner? Like, is
He could be a legend one day.
well, are they sort of calling out? He's
Correct.
a legendary
So,
dark horse.
Yes. Everyone in the Remember the Name series are kind of up and coming,
Like
bubbling.
Caden Spurge could be a part of the Remember the Name.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Well, I think that's a good call.
Like Onick Sten is part of it. Sullivan Tipton.
Ben Kenney.
One day.
If you could putt, you'd be pretty good.
Thank you. I know.
But as it is, I think the next time we play, I will beat you.
Yes.
So Ben can throw like 450.
Yeah.
Can you throw farther than that?
I can throw farther, but 450, I
450.
can get every time.
And it came down. I was beating him by 1 coming into 18, and then I don't remember exactly what happened.
I think I birdied the last
We could leave
hole.
it there.
Yeah.
We could just say we don't remember what happened.
I don't know, but I just gotta get better at putting.
So the first 5 events, it was the Vibram Open, and then I believe the Majestic, and then the Silver Cup, and then the Ledgestone, and then GMC. And GMC, this was fun. It was only 3 rounds, and it played, it might have been Friday, Saturday. And 2 rounds on Friday, 1 round on Saturday. And then in the afternoon, we played the first round of the Tour Championship. So
That's a good. I did not know that.
it
That's
was
pretty cool.
We had 3 days, and we had to get the GMC done. And it might have been 4, but I feel like it was 3. We had to
Yeah.
get the GMC done and the Tour Championship done. And Jeff Spring hosted both up there at Smugs. The first 2 rounds Friday, then Saturday. And the fun thing is, like, there are people who are on the bubble who don't know if they're going to get to play in the Tour Championship. And depending how they do on Saturday, if they do well enough, they get to play on Saturday afternoon in the Tour Championship.
In this deck of cards, there's 49 MPO players and 12 FPO players. Was the list or the ranking of these cards the ranking of the Pro Tour, or are they just random numbers? Like Ben Calloway's 49, and I think might be Ricky or something.
I don't
as
think they're
number 1.
numbered at all.
There's a trading card in there.
Oh, that lists them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What was the reasoning for the order from was it because how they finished in the Pro Tour Championship, or was
So,
it just random?
As far as I know,
For the
there
set.
are no numbers on the cards.
Yeah.
You just pointed out
Yes.
that there is, and I do remember this card, and I asked Dustin why he designed it, and 10 years later it's biting me in the butt. He designed it so that you would know, I guess numbering the cards matters.
Yes.
And so
That's why all these cards on the back have numbers.
Yeah, so maybe Dustin knew that. I didn't know that. But that extra card numbers all the other cards. And I'm guessing it's in the order of that they finished in the season standings, not in the Tour Championship.
Okay, season standings. Cool.
That's my guess. Like, for example, Ricky won the season Tour points, and then Paul won the Tour Championship.
Got it. Yeah, and I believe Ricky is number 1.
I think Sarah won the points. Yeah, and then Katrina won the Tour Championship in 2016. So Sarah would Sarah be number 1?
Sarah's number 1. So
FPO.
yeah.
Very good.
So it is based on the season standings.
Yeah.
That's how they're listed in
Yeah.
the set. Perfect.
All right, you go. Why don't we go head to head this
Okay.
time? I feel like everything should be a contest.
Kale LaVisca base.
Hold on. Who wins? Kale LaVisca? Oh, this is a tough one. Or Brody Smith. I'm gonna go
That's
with
a
Kale.
tough one. I'd go with Kale. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Brody there's people that know Brody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Kale has a more esteemed career in disc golf. I got an AJ Carey base.
Oh, versus Adam Hammis. I have to say Adam Hammis
I'd have to go
because
with Adam
he won
Hammis.
the MVP
Exactly.
Open. We've had a lot of, so Simon won the MVP Open, Matty O won the MVP Open, Paul Macbeth won. This is awesome.
And then Gavin Babcock base.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Versus Gavin Burr. Holy moly.
There's
Sorry. Well, it's funny because Gavin, he was on the chase card and made a run in the final day.
Yeah.
I don't know who won at the MVP between those two.
I think Gavin tied with Gannon.
Oh, he tied.
Yes.
Okay, because I knew Gavin did very, very well.
All right, so here's my big.
And he's my dark horse for next year.
I like that.
right here.
He did really well.
Yeah.
There you go, Gavin Babcock.
All right,
So
then
here's mine.
Are we going the special?
Roots. Yep. Base Roots.
Remember the name.
Dawson Snelling. There we go. And then here we
I
go.
will remember that name.
Finally, there you go. That's
Holland Hanley.
the Throjo's parallel. So no longer.
Wait,
we
what is
finally.
that?
This is the Throjo's parallel. We didn't pull
What
up
is
Brixton.
Throjo's?
It's a disc dyeing company. So we
Does it say that on there?
right here, Throjo's.
Oh my God.
So this is only 50 cards of this parallel are produced. So it's a little rarer than the Brixton parallel. The Brixton parallel has 1 out of every 2 packs. This Throjo's one is 1 out of every 13 because
Okay.
there's only
I feel
50
like we
per.
should play this in reverse and end with that 2008 Paul Macbeth card.
I know
And
we need some heat. We
I
need
had-
to pick it
whoa.
up.
I got my last card was an Aiden Scott rookie showcase. Didn't we already get an Aiden Scott?
We did.
We've got
just
2
base though.
Aiden Scott cards.
There you go. We see breakers and influencers and retailers and players getting in on the fun of breaking open these packs and going live and just having an
It
absolute
really
blast.
is very fun.
Yes.
I've never ever done it.
There you
and
go.
I'm
That's
like,
why we're doing this.
This is great.
So my question is, how do you feel about something you essentially started growing into this massive market where people like who we mentioned, Taylor Samala, has over 14,000 disc golf cards alone?
He does?
Yes.
Thank you, Taylor. Oh my God.
And cards are selling
Wait, Taylor
for...
and we've messaged before.
Yeah.
Well, Taylor, if you pay off my house, I will give you this.
Cards now are selling for 50, 100, 200, even, so like as I mentioned before, some cards could even sell for $1,000.
I think that Paul Macbeth card is probably $100 right
So this
now.
one's like around like 10, 13.
But how does it feel?
Yeah, how does it feel for something you started?
It feels ridiculous. Like I'm just a guy. I'm going to go ahead and just brag a little bit. I've had a few thousand rated rounds. I think one of them was a 9-hole, but still. Maybe I've had 2. Maybe a few is so I can play the game, but not like this. And I remember the 2016 Vibram Open. A guy named James Conrad showed up, and he said he just liked the idea of what we were trying to build. And he was going to, because the Disc Golf Pro Tour exists, he was going to give it a go. And I'm getting goosebumps again.
That's really
just
cool.
remembering all these stories, and then seeing a James Conrad card, and then seeing what he does and throws that holy shot of all shots. And to think that these trading cards are like literally commemorating the greatest players in our sport, and then people go out and collect these. And Matt Graham showed me his collection he had. Everything was sleeved in a book. He had all of them, including all the event cards and all the special cards.
And he sold that for $2,500.
He sold the whole thing for $2,500, and
Yeah.
he wishes he hadn't. But he wishes he did. So
Yeah.
it goes both ways. It's unbelievable to think that I had a small hand in helping to get us where we are. And
That's awesome.
I'm genuinely humbled by what is happening.
Cool. There you go. Open up a pack, see what you get.
You go the same. Are we going to
Okay.
do our head-to-head?
Yeah, we'll do a head-to-head again. I've got a thick card for this 4th card, so it might be like a Tokyo. Remember
Don't
the
we
name.
all have a thick card for the 4th card?
Depends.
All right, here we go. Head-to-head. Ooh, Braden Sides.
Bradley Williams.
Ooh, another Vibram Open champion.
You got to give it to him.
I
give it to
feel like
Brad.
there's nobody that hasn't won here. Oh, I'm going to take this one.
Ben Wolf,
Aaron Gossage.
2nd at MVP Open this year. Aaron Gossage.
Yes.
There you go.
And I sat down and had a very good conversation with Aaron Gossage, because I think in the season, this is 2024, right?
Correct.
So in 2023, well, okay, so I spend all day, every day preparing for next year's tournament right
Yeah.
now. I'm in 2025.
Yeah.
And so
I get it.
I'm
Trust
just like,
me too with the Expos. I'm in 2025.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I just had to verify where we are.
Yeah.
Because in the season, during the season of 2023, Aaron Gossage said Maple Hill was vastly overrated.
Yes.
And I think in general, I think he likes par fours. So I had a really good conversation with him at the tournament, and he's part of the reason probably that hole 9 became a par 5. And I never have I'm on the record as not liking par 5s. Aaron Gossage convinced me to give it a try, and he was right. Par 5s have a place in disc golf. I was wrong, but I'm going to say I don't like the par 5 at Idlewild, the hole 12, because when I'm watching on TV, I have no idea if they're doing well or not, because it's just like bonk, 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 bonk. It's 12 throws later, everybody's in the basket. So I just wish, as long as the hole is easy for me to watch and I know what's going on, we're good. So thank you, Aaron. Ooh, I think I'm going to win again. Ezra Robinson.
Kristen Tatar.
Oh.
Gotta give it to me. Gotta give it to me.
I will give that to you.
We just pulled a Tokyo again.
Wait, we did? Oh,
you got a Silo.
I would pronounce it Silo.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Either or.
Which way are we what are we doing now?
All right, you show off your Silo. And then we'll show off my Tokyo.
I've got a Sarah Hokum 2016 Tour Champion Silo. Although it might not mention that on here. No. All it does is say Silo. What does Silo mean?
Silhouette.
Oh, silhouette.
Yeah.
I want to call it Silo.
I think that it's okay.
And it doesn't matter what I want to call it.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So
Henna Tokyo.
Oh, wait, are they all Tokyo?
What?
Like that's a Tokyo, Matt Orm's a Tokyo?
Yes, so there's 50 players in the Tokyo set. Each Tokyo has 100 prints, so there's only 100 of these henna cards.
And did henna go to the Japan Open?
No.
No.
It's just a set. It's just a cool design.
It's called Tokyo because Japan is important in disc golf, and
Yes.
Tokyo is a cool word.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically a cool design. It's just a creative thing. That's what people like. Like when you
the Silos.
look at cards like
Silo.
like Tops and Bowman and with the baseball players, they do like cool parallels of just like, I've seen like.
Is the parallel the words in the back?
Yeah, just like it's basically the base card with like a different design around it. So it might be purple with like, or I've seen like ones with like stars or like camouflage around it.
Yeah.
So this is not a base.
No,
it is
that's
not a
is
parallel.
That thick?
It's not a parallel either. It's just the Tokyo set.
This one's a little thick too. Do you want to sleeve this?
Yeah.
Sleeve me,
Perfect.
Amadeus. Okay, and then, so is it 2-2, can we say?
Yes.
I feel like actually you've won this set.
I don't know.
Oh, wait. Which is better, Hannah Tokyo or Sarah Silo?
For the set, Tokyo is better than the Silo.
But Sarah Hokum Silo card.
I know. But for the players.
So if you're over 30, this is a better card. If you're under 30, that's a better card.
Sure.
And
there
I'm
you
over
go.
30.
There you go.
How old are you?
25.
All right. So Ben thinks he won, but it comes down to Gillis McDougall versus Calvin Heimer. I'll take that every day.
I'm going to give it to you.
I've got Gillis.
100%.
Yes.
I Massachusetts zone. Yeah. I got to give it to you.
We are going Gillis for the win.
There we go.
I love trading cards. That was really fun.
Yeah, we opened up all of them.
I did not expect to. I was just like, okay, when open, this is going to be very silly, but it's actually cool.
Well, the cool thing is when you're like chasing for the Kristen Tatar autos or the Gannon Burr autos or jerseys, like or the Paul McBeth Gold Legacy Series. That's what really gets people excited.
Box?
$80.
$80. So yes. Adam Hammis is willing to spend $2,500 for one card.
One of one card. The whole thing is you spend a lot, and hopefully in 10 years it's going to be worth $10,000. That's the idea.
Yeah, and that means that the Pro Tour needs to continue to grow.
Yes, correct.
Because nobody cares about NASL trading cards.
No. But that's exactly it. They're banking on the Pro Tour growing and more people getting invested.
And with the Pro Tour going into Europe and the Pro Tour consolidating with the PDGA, I think those two moves, the Pro Tour is going to continue to grow.
I agree. I'm bullish on disc golf, and I'm sure you have been for forever.
Well, and there's two things: bullish on pro disc golf, which we are bullish on.
Yes.
But disc golf is not going to stop growing. This game is way too fun.
Way too fun.
Like even I can compete against you.
Yes. He did almost beat me, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to argue that disc golf courses should be 17 holes long. That should be that.
All right, I have two more questions for you.
Okay.
So, now that you've kind of seen some of the sets, if you were the owner of Brixton,
and oh no, I'm not.
No, what subset would you want to see in this hobby box? What if you
the courses?
The courses.
Do I want the courses or the tournaments? I guess I want the tournaments.
So a tournament set.
A tournament set. Tournament?
Sure.
Or a Pro Tour Champions set. We've had 9 champions now.
Okay.
On the men end, that's 18 cards.
Yeah, and that would probably be more of a rare set. You know, maybe 25 prints of each player.
There's only. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter how. Like you could have the gold card could be 1,000 cards, but it's not. It's just one.
It's just one. Yeah, correct.
But he could have made 1,000.
Yes, like these one. The better the cards are because they're more rare. There's 100 of Henna Blomroos Tokyos.
I do have a fun thing in my basement, and it is. I don't know what. It's probably from 17 because I didn't think about it in 16. But they offered to give me full sheets of the print.
Uncut. That is cool.
And I hope to frame that someday.
You
and
have
just
to
put it up.
Yeah.
Because it's just super cool looking. So I've got to say, Ben, you are one of my favorite people in all of the world.
Thank you.
I was going to say disc golf, but there's no reason to limit it.
Because
my family is whatever. But so seriously, you are so happy. You go get them. You start an expo when nobody else has done an expo. And we're like, what are you talking about? It's so much fun watching you with so much energy and so much positivity, and everybody. And I don't want to equate this to me, but I got so much support when I started the Pro Tour, and I watch you do all of the things you do, and everybody just wants to support you.
Thank you.
And the reason is because you are great.
I appreciate that.
And it's important that you recognize that.
Thank you. And I really appreciate that. I mean, I remember when I first started the expo, coming in and to play old biddies upstairs with you, nervous out of my mind, thinking I gotta ask you to present the first expo. And I remember.
Oh, that's right.
I remember talking to you, and you're like, so like, what do you do for money? I'm like, I don't know what it should cost. Like, I really I'm just like super nervous. And then you gave me an idea and stuff like that, and I was like, maybe like just a few $100s would be fine. And actually, I also remember. Sorry, I'm going off. I also remember before that at Matt Graham's house, we interviewed you and then again, I follow you out to the car, super nervous, and I'm trying to pitch the expo to you. With all that being said, I appreciate you supporting me from the very beginning and saying yes. You and Disc Golf 978 were the first vendors of the expo.
I love
ever.
I'm very happy to be. That's good company. Scott and Melissa are a great company.
Yes. So I appreciate that.
I have heard from other people that they are nervous to come talk to me about ideas. And
you're nerve-wracking, but you're not at the same time.
Please do not be nervous. I'm just a dude who has been in this business for over 30 years. I love disc golf. I want everybody in disc golf to succeed, especially entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So, again, I appreciate it.
Did we answer the final question? I don't even remember what it was.
Final question. This is the final question.
Oh, we haven't hit it yet.
Yes. Are we going to see, or are you open to potentially a Steve Dodge card in the Brixton sets?
In the Brixton sets, yes. I would be very honored. That would be to be with all these players. Hell yeah! Don't have any reason to believe it'll happen. So
well, you never know.
I think that I paid to have that card made. I don't know.
So I appreciate it, Steve. Thanks for being a part of the first Cards and Conversations.
Cards and Conversations.
And I'm glad you enjoyed ripping open some packs. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Steve Dodge. He started the Pro Tour, but also the first DGPT 2016 trading card set. Thank you for coming on.
Salud.